Hi there. It was nice to learn a little bit more about your interests in week one and hear about your, varied backgrounds. I think what's wonderful is that you all bring different experiences to the table. Some have more experience in program planning than others. One thing I wanted to point out is that if you're already a program manager or a planner, or you're already a program evaluator, you should speak with someone that's in a different role for your interview project. So for example, if you're a program planner, you should speak with someone who's in evaluation, or if you're a program evaluator, you should speak with someone who's a program planner. That way this assignment is still relevant for you. The other thing that I wanted to point out, from last week is that many of you picked excellent, well-documented programs in the literature. However, when you were describing them, you were only using websites or documents from the actual program. So I'm not sure that these materials would be helpful for you in defending the success of the program. Most programs are going to market themselves in a positive way. So you would want to really dig into the peer-reviewed literature. And if there wasn't peer-reviewed literature on it, so maybe they're a small program or they're a new program or they haven't published anything yet, with more time, you could have contacted the program. If they're funded by a federal funding source like the NIH or something like that, they may actually be required to share their reports with the public. Secondly, if you couldn't find anything in the literature on that specific program, you could look at program activities that are similar in the literature. For example, Kristen mentioned an outreach program to address homelessness. So if there wasn't any peer-reviewed literature on that specific program, you could look at the success of programs similar to yours to defend the success of your program. So for this week, we turn our attention to program planning. The ISL text presents various models for program planning, such as the PATCH, Apex PH, the MAP, and the CHIP, which you might have already learned about in community health assessments, and the PACE EH. The text outlines the purpose of the model, the audience, and any special situations the model may be used for. Next, the text covers various paradoxes in program planning and the challenges that come up with program planning and evaluation. This is a section that is supplemented well by the Corby-Smith article that discusses community capacity for program planning. The ISL text then goes on to discuss ethical considerations in planning. And then the next section of the text covers the 6 approaches to planning that will be discussed in more detail in your discussion board this week. Lastly, the text has suggested stages for the planning process and how that fits into the public health pyramid. So keep up the great work and let me know if you have any questions.